So one of the ways that, if you are on a self-love journey, which I imagine everyone who's listening to this probably is in some way, shape, or form, one of the things you want to make sure to do is shadow work. Shadow work is an important part of my culture, an important part of, any kind of spiritual work that you are going to be doing. And the way that it happened throughout a lot of the Western and Southern African experiences are, with the coming of age journeys or rituals that people would go on, they would be like maybe for 14 days where you would go and a part of it, involved doing shadow work, facing the parts of yourself that you thought were unlovable, the parts of yourself that you stuffed down. So for us, everyone who is listening to this, we like the pretty Instagrammable side of, spirituality. Look at my cards, look at my crystals. This is all so beautiful. I'm doing yoga. I'm on a mountain, whatever it is. But you're not really going to have a personal breakthrough until you address your shadow. Everyone has shadow parts of ourselves, unloved parts of ourselves that we stuffed down, that we were told by the well-meaning people who raised us were not acceptable. You and I were talking about our first generation, eldest daughter journeys, so there was a lot of stuffing down of, I'll speak to my experience, speaking loudly is not ladylike, or, you don't want to make waves. You don't want to, make other people uncomfortable. You don't want to, a lot of people pleaser energy I inherited. And so those kinds of things for me are my shadow self. And so one of the ways that you could find your shadow, if you're listening to this and you're like, what? I don't know that I have a shadow. Look at the people and the behaviors that really annoy you and piss you off and disgust you and trigger you. That is where your shadow is. So for me, it's, if there are people who seem very loud and aggressive and whatever, and I'd be like, oh my God, I can't believe that people are like that. It's because, for me, there's a part of me that was yearning and wanting to be like that and needing to be outspoken and wanting to be able to own my voice and claim my voice. So you want to look at, that's a great place to start. Look at the behaviors, the ideas, the thoughts that trigger you in a big way. And then look for, where are those parts of yourself? Where did you stuff those parts of yourself down? And how do those things serve you? So if, for example, it's, being an aggressive, mean person, which I wouldn't want to be. But if I think about, okay, is there any time where being aggressive in that way could serve me? Yeah, there are times where I've had to stand up for myself and get what I want, or, I was standing somewhere and someone cut me in a line, or people were, ignoring me and I had to assert myself. So there are gifts in that. So finding gifts in the unloved, shadowy parts of ourselves is a wonderful place to start.